Hello guys, LifeInForex here. So today we're going to be looking at the Japanese yen in general against all other pairs. Remember, if you like what you see, then give us a like, a subscribe, give us a comment about what you think, if it was helpful, and as always you can follow us on any of our other devices. We have Telegram, we have a free Telegram group. I'll post the link tree so it will be there for you. So recently the Japanese yen has been performing extremely poor. Pretty much everything's been a buy against it. GJ, EJ, AUJ. The monetary policy that they released a month ago was pretty poor, and ever since then we've pretty much just had a nice rise up with fresh new highs that we haven't seen in a long time. I'd be expecting a retracement on this one. If I go over to the momentum meter we have, right. So on the daily, you can see that here on the 18th of March we had that push up and we've continued to come down to a fresh low on the momentum meter. We expect this now to pull back up. We don't expect it to be coming up in strength completely. If we go over to the monthly chart, we'll see that with the Japanese yen, which is the sort of burgundy looking line, with that when it loads, this one's still got a way to go in terms of its monthly momentum meter there. We do expect sort of new highs to be hit, especially with GJ for example. That one's had a very big push up, but yeah, as you can see here, look, we've come to this low, we've sort of come up and pulled back a little bit more, but we do expect that to keep going on. But obviously with the monthly, this takes a long time to come into fruition. But with the daily, as I said, we are hitting a new low here, so we do expect this to pull back against some currency pairs, in which case we'll be able to find a much better setup for some buys. So we'll be looking at this with AUDJPY, which is this orange line here. We'll be looking at it with NZDJPY, which is this sort of greyish line here. We'll be looking at it with GBP. We're not going to be sort of too confident that it will come too low in relation to the other two, which is this black line here. So we've still got a lot of the way to push up with that one. CPI was just announced today as well, which gave a higher reading, but that will generally push the GBP up in value. So we expect that to continue. But as I said, with where we are at the moment with JPY, there definitely needs to be some sort of pushback, and they have a monetary policy meeting tonight. And I think any news, even if it's not better, even if it's just not as bad as expected, or any indication of any positive outlook, that will drive the price up for the short term. Because as I said, we have hit the sort of extreme lows with this one, and you can see here from this push up, it's been sort of absolutely insane. If we measure that one, we're talking 6.2% there, 1,000 pips, and that's just in GJ with that one. So yeah, we will be looking at that and expecting that to come into fruition. With AJ, for example, I did post this analysis, but it didn't get met. We took out this monthly liquidity and completely ignored it, to be honest. We do have this other one up here, and that would be the sort of next point that I'm looking at now. In order to take sales for AJ, I'd want to see some sort of reaction off that. And as I said, with the news tonight, I'd want to see anything that will indicate that it's not worse than it was previously, because I think given that news, we'll see that push down and we'll see a retracement. I don't expect these TPs to be hit. I always just sort of extend the TPs and keep my winners running. I don't expect it to come that low at all, to be honest. As I said, I think JPY is going to be the sort of losing currency for the sort of next 6 to 8 months. We're going to be seeing sort of fresher highs commit. But we do need to see the retracement on this first, in which case, once that happens, we're getting at the bottom of the retracement for buys, and we'll get back in for that one. So with AJ, we ignored this monthly liquidity, so it wasn't a valid trade in our setup. We didn't get the daily that we wanted to. We got absolutely no bearish. In fact, we just got a very strong Maribozu candle here, with a lot of imbalance left on it. So we're not too hopeful with that one for where we wanted to get in, so we never actually took that trade. And then for NZDJPY, same story really. Very strong Maribozu coming up. What we'll be looking at is taking out this liquidity up here, which we sort of have come above now. I'll just be looking for the retest, and again the news to confirm that for me, and I'll be looking for sales in that one. And with GJ, we've had a pretty big push up, But this one, and why I'm not so confident about it the most, is because we do have this extremely strong trend line here, which was a major resistance trend line. As you can see, prices rejected off it, come back down. But in this consolidation build up here, we've had multiple attempts at coming down again. This area of support here has been really strong, keeping the price up. We did have an area of resistance here that was keeping the price down, but we've come back down, and as you can see with this wick on this monthly here, it's come down straight to this monthly trend line, rejected off it, and now turned support. We've only got 8 days left of the month, so yeah, a strong close out of here would be seeing new highs of GJ. That'll be a market that only moves up. But what we are looking for, as I said, because GBP is extremely oversold right now, is we'll be looking for that retracement down. Could literally be as far as around about this sort of area of resistance here. We could expect to see this turn support. Just wait for the EMAs to catch up a little bit of consolidation, and I reckon we'll be off with that one. So ultimately, we are long on on anything against the Japanese yen. So we're short Japanese yen, but for the time being, there is a good setup for the near term in trying to catch the retracement down, and then also executing some buys for the way up. Take care. Have a good week.